Try Before We Die, the whiskey review show where we don't know what we're drinking, Scotch. And when we find out, we'll tell you what we're thinking. I'm here with my friend Larry. Larry, thanks for coming to the bar. It's good to see you, man.
Thank you for inviting me.
You know this guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fortunately, I do.
Yeah. Hey, Mal. How are you, buddy?
I'm good. Yourself?
I'm okay. Anything I should know? Anything happening?
Not really.
All right. You know Larry, right?
I've known Larry for many years.
Super fan.
He is a super fan.
Yeah.
He is like super fan.
Yeah. All right. Let's find out what we're opening tonight.
Yes.
All right. Tonight, completely unplanned and unscripted, of the 1,000 bottles of whiskey in the bar, it will be, got a guess, Larry?
37.
Ooh, I like it. Ooh!
Yeah.
It's close.
It's right here.
Ooh.
16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4. That was the number, right?
Yeah, 24.
We have an Ardbeg. The sound man is thrilled. We have the Anamorphic. This is the committee release, the 2023 bottling coming in at 48.2%. And have we lost our heads? Well, this particular bottle is about to have its head removed.
Anamorphic.
Anamorphic. What does that word mean to you?
I have no idea, really. Some sort of change, some sort of
What part of the word makes you think that?
morphic.
Okay, very good. All right. What would the first part make you think?
That part I don't really know.
And a year, wouldn't it?
Anamorphic. I feel like that it could be animal. I don't know. It's very. Do you know MC Escher? Do you know MC Escher?
I've heard of him only because you have mentioned him. Oh, yeah.
It's the stairs that find themselves all the time, and you're always going up or down.
Yeah, that's actually really interesting.
All right. Well, let's get this. I think my wife got me this bottle for Christmas. Yes, she happens to be in the audience today and is shaking her head yes.
All right.
All right, that's points for me for remembering. All right, here we go. Oh, I gotta do those reverse curls.
Good Lord.
We had a comment on that.
That was lively.
It was good.
Absolutely lovely.
Fresh.
You've
almost.
got the caps.
got
I
the
cannot
goods.
reach that far.
It's been a while since we played the gargle.
Yes.
All right, now what do we know about Ardbegs?
I am starting to love them. It's an Islay.
All right, what
It
do
is
we drink?
maritime.
Yes.
It is peaty. It is smoky. It's everything you don't want in the Scotch. If you're a normal person. However,
it generates the fear, the trepidation.
intrepidate. However, the several bottles that we've tried have all, in their own certain way, been fantastic.
The words are very small. The one that, I am like, enveloped with smoke right now. The one, is this right up your alley, Larry?
I'm where Mal was 2 years ago. So that'll be interesting.
Well, we drank the drum. Do you remember the Ardbeg rum?
That was good.
The drum, that was wonderful. Carnival, right? Mardi Gras, just the bananas, the flambe. So it really is. You can't go in nervous. You have to go in excited, Larry. Right.
Go.
Actually, that's not.
I feel like it's just, this isn't the Ardbeg 10. If this was the Ardbeg 10, I'd be like, Larry, sorry. Right. But the likely that this is going to bring some additional flavors, some other notes that are going to sort of surprise us, I think is high.
Yeah, because it's almost like a play when it comes to the way they label their bottles.
The marketing.
The market. I mean, there are some. I mean, just looking back there, the Scorch, the Wee Beastie,
Heavy Vapors.
It's something that, like,
look at this one, the Dark Cove, nothing but black and silver.
It's something that sort of it brings out that playfulness. To be able, like, oh, well, okay, but when they do label them like that, every one that we've tried, I will say, is a representation of that label.
All right, so I'll agree. So you think the Scorch will be hot and fiery,
Yeah.
right? The Dark Cove is just going to be foreboding.
Yes.
The Anamorphic is going to bring us around on top of itself repeatedly.
Maybe.
All right, all right. The committee release, I think 48.2, if I recall.
A good ABV.
Right. All right. I'm in a medium gold.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. It could go darker.
Deep amber. I could even throw that out there.
Yeah.
And I think that's just maybe where I'm looking at my glass compared
nice
to where
color.
you are.
I can't imagine this would be a color added for a special release. Can't pick it up on the front again. I think they use pretty small words, but at this higher ABV, I would feel like not chill filtered as well.
And oh no, I've got some legs
I have
developing.
a lot of legs on mine.
Yeah.
Every which way.
Yep.
And I'm seeing them develop on this one too.
For a minute, I thought they were just holding, but no, they're all breaking apart. His is definitely.
And this is a no age statement, so it could be anything after 3.
Correct.
Yeah. All right. All right. Are we ready to test Larry's nose?
Yeah.
All right. Let's have it. Let's have a nosing. All right. So it does have some real classic Ardbeg notes.
Yes. But there is it's that smell of wet burnt wood.
Okay.
Slightly sweet, but you got
the
that.
Sweet. I'm picking up the sweet for sure. The Anamorphic.
And there may be slightly some maritime notes at the back of this.
Yeah, I mean, I would just have to say this is definitely built on the classic Ardbeg process.
I'm getting sweet medicinal.
Right,
yep,
right.
Okay.
So I'll be curious to what we can find out about the casking, what they did to create this release. Because this isn't just a no age statement, regular Ardbeg. They have to do something, just like the Ardbeg rum, right? The drum, right? And these other ones too, right? And so I can just read right here, fiercely charred casks for the Scorch, right? I'm not going to spend much more time in here. Non-chill filtered on the heavy vapors. So I feel like we would be in a non-chill filtered, which should bring us to a no color added, I would hope. All right, it's really relaxing on that initial hit, and it's really sweetening up.
Yeah.
I mean, really.
And this one was very medicinal. Now it's just, I'm getting more sweet.
Right, for sure. It's almost like it's getting some kind of candied.
But it's interesting when you say it has that Ardbeg profile. Because as you start, and then again, never probably going to be an expert, don't ever profess that I am an expert, but you start to pick up, you're like, oh yeah. And obviously when you talk to the Islers, they're sort of entwined because they're all doing the same thing, but maybe a little different representation here and there. But the Ardbegs are starting to, they have that same sort of, this is my what I am. This is what I am.
And in all honesty, some folks are out there a little frustrated at the number of releases and some of the price points. But here on Try Before We Die, we're not having that conversation at all. The whiskeys are here. The number comes up. We open it and we judge the whiskey for what it is, not for our own perception of what they're trying to do and make money and all that, right? So I'm not going to have that conversation.
This is truly a show about drinking Scotch and trying to explain what we are feeling.
Yeah.
And our friends, obviously.
Yeah. All right. Shall we have a taste?
And
all right. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, pipes.
Cheers. Buddy. All right. The Anamorphic, I believe 48.2, the 2023 committee release. Slightly syrupy.
Yep.
Pretty darn thick. I mean, some of the legs coming back down from where I took my sip are incredibly thick. Right. Ardbeg in the back, for sure. It's that front side that is bringing out whatever they've done to this particular whiskey. So now I want to try to spend a little time on that front side. It is fruity. It's a syrupy, heavy fruit. It's a maraschino cherry, right? Are you finding something very...
Yeah, right in the front.
Yeah. That's...
There is a... As you strain it, there is a sweet... I like the cherry root that you're going at. But there is definitely something that you can draw as you pour this drink back. Mm-hmm. You're absolutely correct. The backside is all Ardbeg. I've got that taste that you get left behind, the smoky charcoal, mm-hmm. the peaty, that distinctive Islay aftertaste. But that beginning, there is something in there that lights this drink up.
Right. So if we go to this MC Escher idea of the stairs that build upon themselves, and you're always up and down on the same staircase, it noses as that Ardbeg to start. And by the time you have finished your sip, you've had an Ardbeg as well. And it's what's happening in the middle that brings you on the journey.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's well put, actually.
Right. So I put out there a maraschino cherry. Any other sort of syrupy fruits that are popping for you guys? I mean, I don't know, right?
Cherry hit me right away.
Mm-hmm.
And then halfway back, it just it turned into an Islay.
Yeah, for sure. It 100% turns into an Islay. But it is very thick whiskey.
Like a cough syrup thick.
Okay. All right. Like a smoked Luden's cough drop.
Yeah.
All right.
And its smoke is very prevalent in it.
Yes.
As it should be.
All right. I'm going to take a look at this bottle and see if I can figure out any of these words.
Yeah, I can't. I do like that cherry.
Yep. I don't see anything that jumps out.
And not a lot of burn either.
Sweet, smoky, herbal, and spicy.
So I don't have any burn,
mm-hmm.
but that spice I can definitely say, mm-hmm. if they are calling something spicy, there is like my mouth feels like it's got something going on, some sort of cinnamon.
All right, so try this, guys.
Okay,
try this, guys, and I'm being led by the herbal word on here, and we just spent a little bit of time talking about the maraschino cherry and the smoke. And then we went to the Luden's cough drop. So there's an Alpine cough drop. Ricolas, right? That has a little bit of herbal content to it as well.
All right.
Right? And so again, I still think we're on the right track here with some syrupy, thick, smoky, sweet whiskey.
Yep.
But there could be, and they say there is, this herbal element as well.
Actually, that's interesting because when I think of cough drops, you have your halls, which give you it's just a distinctive taste.
The menthol,
right?
Yeah.
And then you go into there's another one, the Ludens, but the Ricola has a whole different feel to it.
Yeah.
It's like almost like you get some of the flavor, but there's a floral element, a herbal element
mm-hmm.
to them.
Yeah.
So it's not always just this same taste continuously through it.
Right.
And that's interesting that you say that because there's definitely something about this that's different. There is this sweet taste and then the Ardbeg at the back of it. And there is that transition that you go through, and that herbal part, I get it now. I get it.
Got some heat on the front of the tongue too.
Right, a little bit of spice.
Yeah.
Right. And so my head is sort of trying to rack and trying to figure out what barrel this could have spent some time in, right? To bring us to this. I mean, the peat, the smoke is coming from the malt. Right? But what else did they do with this whiskey, right, to create these flavors?
If I had to step out onto a limb, I could see this being part of a bourbon barrel.
Okay. Right. Or at least bourbon as an element in
Correct.
here. Right. Fun fact, right? Dr. Bill, right, is behind this, right? And
Yes.
Dr. Bill also works for?
No, I don't remember. One of the big G's. Glenn. Mo.
Glenn
Ron.
G. Moron G.
Moron G.
Right. So Dr. Bill lives in two different worlds. The tallest stills in Scotch whiskey production, the lightest spirits. And then over here at Ardbeg, producing a much heavier spirit, right? He is the man. And I think he has come through. So Mal says a bourbon barrel, right? And I would like to think that the likelihood is this could be several different barrels to create this profile.
Okay.
Right? It could be some bourbon, could be some sherry if it was, a short, intense burst of it to sort of thicken this up a little bit with some of that red fruit that we're experiencing.
That's where I think it would probably be getting it sweet from.
Yeah.
It would probably spend a little time in the sherry barrel.
And there is a lingering taste. This doesn't leave you.
No, it's all within my face right now. The olfactory factory.
But again, I didn't feel any burn. There was no lighting myself on fire. It all happened in my mouth. And maybe the back of my throat a little bit.
The anamorphic.
Interesting.
Ardbegs.
Again,
Yeah.
thumbs up.
Mal's becoming an Isla, man. We've experienced this more than once.
And I don't think so much I think now it's becoming that profile of the Islas.
Yeah. I'd like you to reach your left hand to your left.
My left hand
You
to
got
the
something
left.
coming over.
My left hand to my left.
Right.
God.
I think we're being encouraged by the studio audience today, which is quite numerous today. I think we have over 10 people in the bar.
Ooh.
Right. Checking out our filming this evening. But we do have some smoked rainbow trout, which seemingly would match.
Absolutely.
Right, then I need another splash of drink.
I trust you. The fool that I am. The fool of a took. Larry, is this something that you would do?
Absolutely.
Okay, very good. Right, now. All right. So smoked rainbow trout, seemingly a match.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you.
And a rosemary
Yes.
cracker. So we've got herbal, we've got smoke, we've got maritime. Draws out the spice, increases the smoke, and the rosemary dissolves into the drink.
I had like the complete opposite.
All right, what do you got?
I actually felt like it hid the smoke.
Hit it.
Yeah. And all I got was the accent on the sweet.
All right. Larry, you're the tiebreaker.
It took the sweet away, and it just was totally smoke.
But to each his own.
Mm-hmm.
Not unpleasant, because I just saw you have more.
Yeah.
The sweet was gone.
Yeah, for me, it really drew out the smoke. The sweet was absorbed. Yeah. But Mal had a different experience, which is the beauty of single malt Scotch whiskey, right? And you don't have to enjoy it the way we enjoy it. If you enjoy it, is all that really matters.
Nope, I'm going to stick with my guns.
Yeah. Wow.
But a good combination. Now, I will say this. I'm not a big fishy to begin with.
Yes.
Trout is not on there. Smoked trout is good. We'll say that. Bernier.
Yeah.
What I would like to have tried this with is that smoked salmon that you
with the pepper on top, right?
Yes.
Yeah. This worked well.
Yes.
Absolutely. So, as usual, We went somewhere that causes fear, and seemingly, well, I see your glass is empty. I see your glass is empty times 2. I'm still working on mine because I'm going to have some more of this fish and another cracker off camera. But the Anamorphic, the 2023 committee release, coming through.
Yeah.
Let's see what the crew has for us.
Oh, that's a goodie.
All right. May your joys be as deep as the ocean and your troubles as light as its foam.
Cheers.
Cheers, gentlemen. Cheers.
That was good. I will say that they're starting to go up. When it comes to distillers, they are moving up the ranks.
Right. Ardbeg, continuing to challenge our palates and continuing to deliver a whiskey worth coming back to.
With a bearded man and a British guy,